A crisis of confidence rocking the Edo State chapter of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) continued on Sunday as the meeting of the party's enlarged stakeholders called by Governor Godwin Obaseki ended in a stalemate. Nigerian Tribune gathered that the first indication that the meeting would not make any headway arose early on Sunday as a section of the party leaders accused the loyalists of Governor Godwin Obaseki of doctoring the agreed list of leaders earlier selected to attend the meeting. The state party secretary, Hilary Ostu, confirmed this when he issued a statement on Saturday evening denouncing the advertised list of invites as being at variance with one he drew up with the secretary to the state government SSG, Osaridion Oge. A statement by the special advisor to Obaseki on media projects, Crusoe Saige, said that the stakeholders meeting was for the harmonization ahead of the party's national convention slated to hold at the end of October 2021. The statement quoted Governor Obaseki as saying that PDP is organizing its convention at the end of October and this meeting is to prepare us for the convention. There were few housekeeping issues that were needed to discuss and clear, so it was important to get everybody across the divide to have a section like this to get feedback and also to take decisions on what to do and make progress in the state. According to him, naturally, not all will be happy in a situation like this, and we have tried to address some of the concerns of our people who feel unhappy as a result of certain things that may have happened. The key issue was that of harmonization, seeing how to bring all parties to the table to have an expanded party in the state. The commitment obtained from them is that within a week, those areas not cleared will be dealt with and they will come back to me with their resolution, the governor disclosed. But Otsu, in a statement, said a list was compiled by himself and the SSG based on defined categories, but that the list which was circulated before the meeting did not represent the full list as compiled. Some names were left out despite belonging to the categories of invitees that were identified. Essentially, the final list was not endorsed by me before it was circulated, Osu said. It was gathered that some prominent leaders of the PDP, including the secretary himself, Chief Dan Obi, the national deputy chairman of the party South-South, and the immediate past chairman of the party in the state, and others did not attend the meeting. At the meeting, Governor Obaseki was said to have told those who attended that he has taken over the party as the leader in the state and issued a one-week ultimatum to the leaders to integrate members of the party that came up with him from the All Progressive Congress APC during the 2020 governorship election in the ward and local government executives. One of the leaders who was in the meeting said, the governor made himself very clear that he is the leader of the party and he's taking charge. He gave a one-week deadline for all the leaders to integrate the new members into the leadership. This, he said, would lead to the release of the remaining commissioners to now have a full state cabinet. Obaseki, it will be recalled, had last week sent a list of 11 commissioner nominees to the State House of Assembly. Not a single member of the old PDP in the state made the list. This crisis in the PDP, we know it didn't start now. It started after Governor Godwin Obaseki's inauguration, and issues started arising. The issues are just issues of trust. Basically, that is how it is. It's issues of trust because Obaseki, few weeks to the Edo State governorship election, that was when he moved from the All Progressive Congress to PDP, and a lot of his loyalists and supporters did the same. They followed him over. The deputy governor followed as well. We know that he did not compel anyone or convince anyone because they all moved at their different times, at their various times. We saw them moving at different times. And the complaint ever since then has been that they've been locked out. There was one time Chief Charles Idahosa, he raised an alarm. He was lamenting that and those of them that left APC with Governor Godwin Obaseki, that they are still hanging. They've not been taken in. they still refer to them as new PDP members. There was that time that the crisis even got heated up, where the calls for Philip Shaibu should resign, the deputy. The issue then was that Obaseki was trying to hijack the party, but in what it is, Obaseki is the governor of the state, and in every other state, the governor of the state is the leader, is the head of the party. We know very well that they still have the state chairman, but the governor is still the head of the party. So this issue of harmonization has been ongoing. Even it was even stated that this was one of the reasons why Obaseki delayed in forming his cabinet, because now that he has to form the cabinet, it has to be made up of both new and old members. So there was a meeting that was just held yesterday, and right now issues are coming up again. The Edo PDP stakeholders meeting ended in stalemate as members alleged doctoring of leaders list. The commissioners, Obaseki has not fully appointed or nominated all of the commissioners. It was stated that even the 11 names that came out last week, that Obaseki, the list that came out of commissioners that have been listed, not a single member of the old PDP. See them still referring to old and new. They are not. They still see themselves different, and a house divided against itself cannot stand. And Obaseki is stating that he wants to complete this harmonization process, that is what he's been after all the while, when they were thinking that he wanted to hijack the party and at the end of the day return back to the All Progressive Congress. He's not going back. What is he going back for? It's for the good of the party. Well, they are still suspecting one another. This old and new PDP issue is still there. It has not been taken away. Well, Obaseki is stating that he has to complete all of this ahead of the convention. The convention is to hold. We know the convention, the PDP National Convention is to hold at the end of October. That is when the new national chairman will be elected. And he wants to ensure that before that time, they are all harmonized. They are working together for the purpose of that convention, and also for him to be able to complete the appointment so that he can have his full cabinet. The major issue affecting them right now is just the issue of trust. If they can trust one another, that they are working together, I believe that they will not have any of these problems. Now they are alleging doctoring of leaders list, names of people that made the list and the names that were there before that have been taken out. Well, guys, drop us your take. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.